I am making this video before Styx has to do his political commentary on Canada, the shit show that we had just finished witnessing, and I am excited for him to be saying his piece about Canada. I really can't wait. But it's my turn. It's my fucking turn now, bitch. Okay? So, few of the lamestream media outlets have decided to call Comrade Carney the winner, but with a minority government. Now, I have a lot of things to get off my chest and just say my fucking piece. You know how a lot of yous out there in Canada are having second thoughts about this fucking country? That you hate? That you can't be around these types of people anymore? That you feel alienated? That you feel isolated? That you feel like you're in a place that hates you? Welcome to my fucking world. Now you know how it feels. At least we have that relatability. It's nice to know that I'm not the only one who's felt like this since the age of 5. Where you know you don't belong in a place where you don't agree with X amount of fucking taxes, that you know it's considered thievery, despite it being legal. Free speech is not a thing. You have been lied to all your life. I have been lied to prior to voting. Oh, but guys, it's your civic duty to let your voices, when I was a teenager, to let your voices be heard. I have said what I had to fucking say, y'all. I have stated what I had to say, and how many of you motherfuckers, you elbows up motherfuckers who didn't die just yet, who didn't croak, who didn't gasp for air, the ones I haven't been dancing with your corpses yet, you still managed to fucking vote. You were still alive to vote. I'm pretty livid right now. I said some harsh things, but you know what? I don't fucking care right now. I am livid. I am raging. I am not impressed. I'm not even embarrassed to be a Canadian. How many fucking people did I see and have heard them say, I'm embarrassed and ashamed to be Canadian? I'm not, because I don't identify with it. That is what I identify with. You see that fucking thing in the back there? Don't tread on me. That is what I identify with. Not your stinking ugly ass maple leaf. None of that. Not your gay ass looking fleur-de-lis either. How embarrassing for you people. Yes, you should be ashamed. Democracy. You are selling me that bullshit from a young age. How fucking dare you people? Disgusting. You idiots have lied to us. The fucking boomers, Gen X, you motherfuckers have lied to us. That we need to go vote. That 80% squashed us tonight. Now I'm going to say something that I may probably get called out on, but I wasn't holding my fucking breath. Okay? I kind of knew the fix was in. And you know what's funny? A lot of people that I've talked to, and this is in my own world, by the way, there are some people where I do not talk politics, where I do not talk religion, because it depends on the context. I don't want everybody knowing what the fuck it is that I'm into, because one day that could be used against me, like during the pandemic. I like being a fly on the wall. I have to be in the shadows when it's necessary because it's out of survival and self-preservation. A lot of the people that I've talked to in my life have decided to vote conservative. A lot of people out here in Quebec are fed up, and that includes me. That includes me. But you know what it is, though? Here's how you could tell how I'm different from other Canadians, okay? It could take 10 years to piss off a Canadian. It could take me at least probably 10 minutes. Because I don't tolerate this sort of shit. I don't fit with this thing. When we tell you to mind your business, mind your fucking business or else. Now that policy of mine is, like I said, I'm doubling down on it and I'm gonna go really fucking hard now. Because I'm fed up and I'm not gonna be tolerant and go through another 4 fucking years of the same shit, just different ass, of a so-called leader. I'm not dealing with that shit. A lot of yous could go fuck yourself. And a lot of you assholes that want to sit here and tell me you have no right to complain. Oh, you say that to my face like you know I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do to yours. I'm not going to tell you. But here's the fucking story. Okay? Because I wasn't holding my fucking breath when it came to this. Because I already knew yesterday that I was pretty pissed. For 72 hours, just having a whole bunch of ideas, the Rolodex was just fucking playing in my head. Whether it's a minority or majority, I'm not tolerating that shit, and Canada needs to be destroyed regardless. We are moving on. So the story is, my friends and enemies, I was not planning to show up at the post anyways. Unfortunately, I couldn't get away with that. I couldn't. Because my other half wanted to go with me to vote together. One, because it was convenient just for the both of us. And I already told him, he already knew what I was going to do. It's obvious what I did. The machines did not go burr, folks. If you were on Twitter, I'm sure you saw a lot of people with the pens and the paper taking pictures of who it is that they're voting for. I did what I've done several times. I crossed everybody out. I said no. Because in the grand scheme of things, it didn't matter. Because I know democracy is bullshit. Where I live is French country. So, again, it doesn't fucking matter. My other half voted. That's his prerogative. I'm not saying this to, crap on him. But this just goes to prove what I've been saying for many years. I'm not going to tell you motherfuckers how to vote. You're going to decide what's best for you, and that also includes the people who I consider my enemies. But that does not mean, folks, that we could just simply coexist at the end of all this. Because I cannot coexist with these idiots any longer. I can't anymore. What I would love to see right now, actually, before I get on to it, because I want to mention Alberta, what I think is really funny, you guys want to feel embarrassed, you guys feel fucking embarrassed. You guys put a little too much stock in this so-called nation. Blanchette was kind of right when he says it's an artificial country. Yeah, bitch, so is yours. You lost a few seats. Some of them went to the libtards. Why? Because you know what I think the catalyst was? And for any American that is surprised, the TDS up here is so deep and thick that you consider some of these Canadians dense. And they are dense. Talk to a fucking Canadian. They're not smart people. Yeah, they make fun of you guys. Yeah, but there's idiots on both sides of the fucking border. You think Quebecers are smart? No! They're not smart. They are the most self-loathing idiots I've ever seen in my fucking life. And you want to sit here and sell me of your lovely country? That motherfucker deserves the Marie Antoinette treatment. You're French. Enjoy your pride. You're doing it for the best of your for your country. Don't ask what you could do for not what your country what your country could do for you, but what you could do for your country. Very American now, but that still applies to Quebec. Why not? What makes you guys so fucking different? A country's a country, right? Quebec's lovely borders. Its military. Its currency. Oh, wait, we don't have that. Interesting. Artificial country, huh? But why? Why am I mentioning Trump, though? Because that's the guy that didn't go along with the flow. He was saying that, yes, we are under an existential threat, but it is better to negotiate with Donald Trump. More or less those words. And I say, yeah, he's right. The language Nazi is right. He's been wrong on a lot of occasions and an arrogant, smug piece of shit. That guy hasn't done anything to advance the narrative to turn Quebec into an actual nation. That motherfucker hasn't done anything. What has he done? You're no fucking Donald Trump. You're nothing, bruv. You went to the DNC. You went to the motherfucking DNC. And you call Canada artificial. Go fuck yourself. You're not using your fucking brain. You're not using your head. Let me enjoy it. I could use more craziness with my oddities collection. You know how much bones are expensive today? Fucking $5,000. Anyways. Because I think that's what set it off. Quebecers are not happy with this guy who's trying to do something about Quebec, you know? Something, while still getting, claiming oppression and still getting a fucking pension from Canada. Okay, but this guy's not going along with the TDS, so fuck you. You're going down a few seats. So what did you do? You split the vote. Do you think for 1 second, fucking second that in our provincial election, these guys are not going to vote for the PQ? They probably will, because they're the viable option. Really? And again, these guys are still going along with having to screw you over and having an issue with you having a car. That wasn't part of the national platform. They didn't give a fuck about that. They were so worried about the usual, we have to protect the culture. What the fuck does an EV have to do with your God? Is an EV a threat to your culture? Well, Elon Musk maybe because, well, you know, Trump. It doesn't take much, motherfuckers. Your distinct society will not be distinct. It's distinctly retarded just like the rest of Canada is. So again, do not, for those of you who voted, and especially for the commies, we'll live most our lives living in a commie paradise. For those of you who voted for Comrade Carney, if you start to complain, where's a needle and thread? No. Zip it. You're done. You have lost all right to complain, my friend. You're done. Nope. Don't try me. We're sewing your mouth shut. That's what you deserve. No amnesty. Now getting to Alberta, because I'm going to have to wrap this up, because I'm really livid, and I'm raging, and I have to try to concentrate for tomorrow morning, because I have to head to work. Okay? I really want Alberta to, I would like to see, and hope to see Alberta, the folks, the fine, hardworking folks of Alberta, and hopefully just as liberty-loving as me, decide and probably will warp speed a separation and hold Smith to the fire. Because if she doesn't, yes, we're going to force you to get burned, whether you like it or not. So we're done here. And show them no mercy. No, you guys deserve it. Alberta deserves to be separate and separated from whatever this place is. Quebec, on the other hand, you guys have no right to complain. You guys are just like, you know what this reminds me of? You guys are like Doug Ford. Canada's not for sale, and I have no problem having to cut off the power. You're all talk, but you're French. You're all talk and no walk. And in order for people to to kind of like stab you in the fucking back, kabook, like that, the fucking pitchfork, kabook, like that, you're easily able to do it. You guys are used to it. You're French. It's part of your culture. You should be happy about this. And if my video offends you, I don't give a shit. Décalisse. Yeah. And don't be so offended that it's an Anglophone saying this. Okay, bring on the whole Anglophone bullshit. I could say the same thing about you. So again, folks, you like democracy? Are you not entertained? Should we not clap for Canada's destruction? Because no matter what happens, guys, Canada has to get fucked. Canada needs to be destroyed. Oh yeah. And that lovely thing you call Parliament out there, why is it still standing? What's the point? I'm not tolerating any of this shit anymore. No matter what happens, we're moving on. And if you try to fuck with us and in our lives again, no fucking amnesty. We told you once, we told you twice. If you guys haven't learned, you guys clearly haven't learned. Yep, the fix is in, but a lot of yous that were so arrogant, guys, enjoy digging your grave. Go for it. It's a free country. But you fucked with the wrong people. So, I think I said all I had to say. But the wrath and the rage is in here. So you might just see my monster come out a little bit more. You guys asked for it. It's not like we didn't tell you. You didn't listen. And that's fine. A lot of yous could go fuck yourself. Still. Peace out.